Coach, just to start with UCF, they're obviously a team that likes to throw the ball around a lot. What are some things you've seen early on from them that you know you guys are going to have to be sound in this week?
In the run game, they run it more than they throw it. I've I've went against this type of offense for quite a while now, so I know it pretty well. It's straight up Baylor. When Baylor was rolling there a few years ago, so kind of know what they're doing. But it all starts in the run game. They're handing the ball off like 45 times a game. They're throwing it, I think, 35 times a game, somewhere in there. So, they're gonna play fast and make you defend the run, and then when you put too many people up in there, they're gonna push it downfield. So, it's hard to defend. They do a good job. Josh has done a good job since he's been there the last couple of years. Went against him when he was at Missouri. So that's when he started doing all this. So we'll have an idea what to do, but you got to be sound in the run game. Got to get in your gaps. Got to get off blocks. Got to make tackles, and then when they take shots, you got to cover. So it'd be a pretty big challenge.
They play a freshman quarterback. I'm sure you have also your experience from that. I mean, it's probably not ideal, but as far as making a young quarterback maybe uncomfortable for some things, how big is that in terms of what you get this week and trying to make him uncomfortable?
Yeah, I was proud of our front last week. I thought we played our best game up front defensively. We made Buechele uncomfortable back there. So we got to him early and we knocked him around a little bit, and I thought our guys really played hard and pressured. So that's going to be a key. We got to do a good job with their front, and if we can do it without adding linebackers, then it helps everything else. So hopefully we'll continue to get healthy at linebacker, which should make a difference. But I was really proud of the front four. Those guys were pretty active and played their best game. So nobody ever wants to play a true freshman, but that kid's been getting better. Gabriel's been getting better just from having to play earlier in the year and, taking a lot of the snaps. He's been getting better and better. So it looks like they're set for quarterback for a while at this point. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Last week, timing-wise, you guys were waiting on an MRI for Dennis Bardwell. He didn't play. Is he done or expected back any of this year?
He ain't done. He should be expected back this week. Blake Young's done for the year. That's one. Unfortunately, he's got some blood clots or some things going on right there. So you got to take that stuff serious. But he's going to have to be on medication for a while, and you can't play when you're on that medication. So, he's going to be done for the year, but everybody else is still week to week.
Dana, the challenges with roster management and when you have guys that are out, especially at running back with, Patrick was out, Kyle's been banged up. How do you, going forward, manage what you want to do with Mulba, but also you've got to have somebody back there? Is that Terrell, is that Chandler, or hope to get those other guys back, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, nobody's done for the year, so we'll be able to I'm going to stand my ground with Mulba now. I mean, he's shown where he can be kind of a different kind of guy, right? And so, he needs the right to be able to, stay in school and continue his progress towards his degree and continue to get better at the game of football as well. So I think we got enough backs where we'll be able to do that. There's certain positions where we're not able to do that. There's a couple linebackers I'd like to redshirt right now too. We just don't have bodies. So but we do at running back. Patrick's going to come back and be able to finish the year. Kyle Porter's been our most reliable guy in the backfield. Chandler Smith can take snaps. We still got one game with Mulba, 3 games with Terrell Brown. And then we have a couple other guys that are on scholarship at running back. If we have to get to them to earn their scholarship, then they need to step up and play. Guys like Keenan, he needs to – or Keelan, he needs to step up and play if we need him to. Those guys are getting their school paid for here, so they need to help us when they can. So I feel like we got enough backs to be able to accomplish what we want to accomplish.
How is linebacker? I guess Terrence
he wasn't ready to play against UConn. Yeah, we had to play him. We had nobody else, and so, we played Ahmad. I think around 10, 12 snaps against UConn. It looked okay. So SMU's was gonna. We needed him in coverage. Because he's basically a safety that's got moved to linebacker because we have no other bodies there. So Curvin's day-to-day. Hopefully we get him back. He wasn't ready to go. Terrence didn't make a whole lot of progress throughout the course of the week, so we just didn't play him. Those are two guys that have started for us that didn't take any snaps in that game last week. So we should get him back, though, which will give us more depth moving forward.
As far as y'all's run game, has your commitment to the rush been about as you expected when you first came into this job?
Yeah, and it's hard to do that when you have 6 different starting lineups on the O-line. It kind of all starts up front. But I think we've done a good job coaching-wise of scheming some things up, and we've committed to it. Those guys are getting better up front. Jack gets better every week, and Keenan gets better every week. Dennis had been getting better every week. Dixie's getting better every week. Then you got a couple old guys with Josh and Gio that bring some stability up there, but not nearly as much stability and continuity as you need to be dominant up there. So guys are running hard. I think we're scheming some things up pretty good. And then the more we can hit on RPOs like we did with Marquez and over-the-top stuff with Jeremy, I think the easier that's going to be. So got a plan. Just got to keep our head down, keep improving on it.
Dana, back on your defensive front, has it just been a matter as the season's gone on, getting them more reps, getting them more comfortable in what you want to do, or what has made the jump the last few weeks in terms of you being pleased with how they're performing?
Yeah, I think we're coaching them well defensively. Joe Cothran's a D-line guy. Him and Brian speak the same language. So those guys got a plan with what we want to do defensively, and they're gonna coach them hard. And then I appreciate those guys' effort. Peyton Turner plays hard. He played a lot of snaps. He was making some things happen. David and Nene, they're both true juniors, and so they're both getting better. Fleming's kind of the old guy that brings some stability and probably played his best game that he's played. So just I think we ended up playing 10 guys, on that deep front, which is what they want to do. They want to play 10, 12 guys every week, and we're a little banged up there to where we can't do that, but I'm really, really happy with how they're coaching them and how our guys are playing with a lot of effort. They're playing with a lot of resiliency, which is something our team is learning how to do every week.
Feels like we talk about this often, but it's one of the positives I'm sure you guys are focused on as well, with the team and not quitting even in games that they feel like they're down in, and at times maybe even last Thursday other teams could have quit. Is that more a testament of what you guys are demanding of them, these guys, and what they bring themselves, a combination of all the above, or how do you guys make sure and continue that as the key positive?
Yeah, I hope we can keep it up. I have been proud of them. We've been in every game and just haven't made enough plays to be able to win them, and that gets frustrating. But our guys believe in what we're doing. The coaches believe in what we're doing. We're gonna, I keep saying this, but it's true. But we're just gonna put our head down and keep moving forward with it. And if our guys continue to play like that, then this thing will turn. Now, when it turns, I don't know, but when it does, it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're not going to waver from that. It's just the way it is right now, and it's what we believe, and it's how we're going to continue to coach, and it's how we're going to continue to play.
Looking at the big picture, the goal's always the goal, among other things. But when you get to this point of year, late in the year, it's like every game's kind of a must-win. Does the message change, or do you not really put a lot of emphasis on that with the team that we need to do this still to get to a bowl game, or is there no talk of that?
Nah, I don't talk about it. We have our sights set on championships, and so that's where we're at now. It's getting kind of tough to make that a reality here this year, but it doesn't mean that we can't continue to improve and get better, which that's just the message. And a lot of our guys are understanding that to the point to where they can take valuable reps this year to make them better individually and become more comfortable in our systems. That way, when we carry this over into 2020, it's gonna pay off for us.